ego is really something that is so different to every single person. If you talk to, very, very like high level, say, pastors, their ego is way different than the congregation. Their ego, the ego of a salesperson. But anybody who, gets on a podcast like this and says, hey, I've done something, look at me, has some form of ego. And that's one thing that I tell people when you stand on stage, when people ask me, how do I deliver this speech? How do I do this? How? And I say, first of all, you have to develop a level of confidence and fortitude. And you have to know that you should stand there. And you have to believe that you have lived your truth, lived your speech to where you should be talking. And so many people have the problem with, thinking that it immediately goes to idolatry. But everybody has a voice and everyone has something to say. It's just, do you allow enough of your ego to put you into a state of momentum or movement so that you can actually start helping people? It's like that saying, a smart person learns from their mistakes, but a wise person learns from the mistakes of others. If you've made those mistakes, stand on stage, help people not make the same mistakes. Help people understand. If, today in 2016, after I had my snowplow thing happen, I just went all in on personal growth. I've read to date a little over 1,000 books since 2016. Not all of them are good, to be very clear. But when you talk with a mentor, I can inventory and index everything that has really affected me, affected my clients, and I can go, okay, cool, this, and this are applicable to your situation. And what you're doing is when you get around people who tell their stories, when you get around people who want to make an impact, you are actively compressing decades into days. And that's our real job. And it takes ego to speak. It takes risk to speak. And a lot of people are getting ego and risk confused, because ego gets risky. Why? Because people are going to judge you. People are going to comment. People are going to say, who are you to say this? I'm Greg. That's about all I've got for you. And if we can start understanding, am I scared of the judgments? And most people, they either are scared of the judgment or they're not speaking the truth. And I think when you get a relationship with your ego, it is going to help you get into a state of action. And most people are just sitting there playing the game of shoulda, woulda, coulda, and they don't actually take action. I was talking to my friends and they're like, ooh, I love Greg's stories. Greg's stories are awesome. And I was like, is this a backhanded compliment or what does this mean? And so I just started kind of processing, what does he mean by this? And what I realized is the reason I have so many stories is I have just taken a tremendous amount of action. I have taken action on my life, action on myself, action in my marriage. I have tried to get better. I've tried to teach. I've tried to learn. I have failed so many times. It's unbelievable.
But it doesn't sound like you've tried. You've done.
Yeah.
Which is very different. It's like the Yoda saying,
yeah,
right? Do or do not. There
is no try. That is, and that's true. And that's the thing. You only actually lose when you quit.